Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and I'm sorry to say it, but I am coming bearing bad news. We're going to get attacked. We're going to get attacked very soon, actually, and I'm going to explain that to you real quick because our country has been built on the government following suit of the Germans, using the Reichstag fire to start a war. Well, our government does that all the time. And as a matter of fact, our government's done that to start every war that we've ever been in. And this one's going to be like a little false flag war in reverse. And let me explain that to you real quick. Shall I?
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. The government has a 21% approval rating on this war. 21%. And that's going to keep on falling and falling and falling. And they keep telling us all sorts of things that are, make sense. That a country 7,500 miles away from us is going to suddenly attack us, probably using drones that our government decided to copy verbatim. Iran's drones, the ones that they're kicking ass with, the Shahid drones, or whatever they're called, they're nothing special. But for some reason, our government had to reverse engineer them and make carbon copies of them. Exactly.
The United States has come up with a new kamikaze drone squadron. But here is the twist. The world's most powerful military has now resorted to reverse engineering the Iranian delta-shaped drone, the Shahed 136, to create a kamikaze drone squadron that will be deployed in the Middle East.
So with all the technology that these guys have, the TR-3A, TR-3B, TR-3C, TR-3-4, all the drones that were on display for the entire East Coast to see for a solid 2 months with never an explanation ever whatsoever at all from the government, the FBI, local police, nobody. We have to copy Iran's drones because we need them so we can fight their drones with their drones. Yeah. We've got technology that blows that away, but they're saving it for the big reveal. Because don't forget, this is no holds barred. In June, somehow, some way, aliens will be here. And don't forget, according to the government, they're interdimensional. They're not interstellar. They're not from outer space. They're not from outer space. They're from below. Isn't that queer, huh? Isn't that a strange, unusual, wacky thing? Yeah, they're going to use them against us, obviously. Say they were launched from a boat. Or maybe somehow, I couldn't tell you how. Maybe somehow they snuck through our border, the Iranians. Maybe there's sleeper cells here. Now, I want you to remember one thing, and remember this one thing good. I don't care what you think of me or what you think of what I'm saying because it doesn't fit with your political beliefs or your political hopium or whatever it is that makes you completely blind to what's happening. Our government takes your tax money. If you don't give your tax money, they show up with men with guns that will help you in your freedom in freeing you of your tax money, or they'll kill you or put you in jail. They take that money and then they instantly give it to another country. And that country has free education, university or college, the thing that kids are drowning in debt in this country from because it's a Ponzi scheme. In Israel, they get free college. And they also get free health care. The other absolute unbelievable Ponzi scheme system we have in our country where going to the doctor will actually make you sicker than you were before you got there. Yeah, in Israel it's all free and you pay for it. But on that, I'll digress. Nobody's worried about Iranians showing up here. I mean, they're 7,500 miles away, right?
Get us back. Have you been briefed about how many Iran sleeper cells there could be inside the U.S. right now?
I have been, and a lot of people came in through Biden with this stupid open border. But we know where most of them are. We've got our eye on all of them, I think.
Is it dozens?
They came in through the open border policies of Sleepy Joe Biden, one of the worst president in the history of our country. And
where are you from? Iran? 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 Okay.
I want to show you some.
That was a video I did in 2024 on Jailbreak Overlander, warning people about exactly this. So, as you saw, Donald Trump deflects. Oh, Sleepy Joe. Joe Biden is part of the system, okay? Joe Biden was a puppet they put in there so they could set up everything they need between the Trump sandwich, okay? Trump round one, Trump round two, Biden in the middle. Problem, reaction, solution for them, not for us. We're screwed here. But I was warning about this way back then, and the lines of people down there were insane. And our government wasn't sneaking them in. They were flying them right over the border. Over the border. They didn't have to climb through and get dirty, none of that stuff. But then you also had the cartels every single solitary day bringing them in because they all work together, period. The government works for the cartels because they make billions of dollars, period. If they didn't want drugs in our country, there wouldn't be drugs in our country, but there is. Really, really bad. So this is the setup right here. And the funny thing is when Trump says, we've got our eye on them, all of them. Well, almost. Okay, you got your eye on them? Why not go get them? How come Palantir doesn't just pick them all off? Palantir's been up and running since the biggest false flag that Israel and America pulled off, 9/11. Palantir popped up in 2003. So they've been up and running for 23 years now. How come they don't just pick these guys off? Because Palantir isn't for war. Palantir's for you. Palantir is used in war, some of the applications, but Palantir, the entire surveillance state, is set up for you and me. I won't be here anymore, but maybe you will. I don't know. But they're without a doubt absolutely going to hit the United States because they have to, and it's got to be big. It's got to be 9/11 big. Do you see what I'm saying? Really big so that people go, we have to, like, full blast. We got to go take out Libya and whoever else Israel has on the table. Because Israel drags us into this war, coerces us into this war, or whatever the story is, because it changes hourly. So while we're dealing with Iran, they're going straight over to Libya and doing Gaza 2.0 all over again. This is insane. Biden didn't stop Israel. Trump didn't stop Israel. That genocide is still occurring right now. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's wasting all their... You've got a platform for only so long, okay? You've got a platform where you can reach people on the internet for only so long right now. Use it. Where's Netanyahu? Who cares? Who cares? When I look at Trump, I don't see the blue eyes anymore, or the brown. It's always changing. You think these people make these bunkers underground for no particular reason? All hell's breaking loose up there. They're not going to be around for it, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's another distraction, just like the Epstein files were. The Epstein files are real, don't get me wrong. All that did happen, don't get me wrong. But chasing it down doesn't do anything except waste your time. You only get so much time on this earth. Don't waste it chasing things that there's never going to be an end result. The end result was those girls and boys getting raped by the people that run the world. They're never going to go to jail for it because they run the world. That's what I was trying to explain. Do you see what I'm saying? And here's something you really ought to think about doing, like today, because we don't know how much time we got left on the clock. It's not working out well for them. You think just because my video reflects 25, 30,000 views, I don't get way more? Because I sure do. I'm shadow banned. Well, if you get 60,000 views, you ain't shadow banned, homie. 150,000 subscribers on just one channel and I only get 25,000 views. I'm shadow banned, but I still reach out. Every one of us that make a video on this topic, they hear about it. Do you follow what I'm saying? And we've stopped many false flags, whether we knew it or not, just because we were on it right off the bat, all the way down the line. And then when the false flag that we're warning about doesn't happen, people are like, see, you're crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm crazy, all right. But you might want to try doing this right now before time runs out. So what you do is you go up to your search engine. I use either Firefox or DuckDuckGo. And up here, type in, up in DuckDuckGo, or whatever you use, 4K downloader. Hit enter. Come on, dude. Here we go. Hit enter. And this is their website right here. You click on this. It's completely legit. I've been using this for years. You hit the free download button. Put in your email. And then download it. Once you have it downloaded, it looks like this right here. So then all you have to do, you find an important video that you may want to refer to once the internet is taken down. Like, I don't know, this one by this guy, Jailbreak Overlander, Surviving the Winter Outside. You simply open 4K downloader, highlight the link, paste the link, download the video, or you can download the entire playlist to your hard drive. Download the video, hit video, and what resolution you want it in. Videos like this, for reference, put them in 720 because it takes up less space. You know what I mean? And simply hit download, and there you go. That's it. Boom. That's one thing, so that if the electricity goes out or the internet goes out, which it will, it'll become incredibly limited, or you won't be able to find channels like mine or anybody else that's actually telling the actual truth. Not the kind of truth, the somewhat truth, a little bit of truth, but won't say Israel, things like that. And then you'll have it just like that. Bing, bang, boom. Go over to your videos, click on videos, and what was the name of that? Surviving. It'll be down here someplace. Where is it? Right there. Boom. And you got it. How easy is that? And it's completely free. Here's some things I've shown you in previous videos ad nauseum that will make complete and utter sense for now. Because they're talking about an event, an activity happening in April. April is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay? Remember the Boston Marathon bombing? Yeah, April. They like April. They like April a lot. So they're getting ready for something. And do you remember this? Because this is all still law.
And CBS News has confirmed that the Pentagon ordered all state National Guards to form what they're calling quick reaction forces, available for rapid deployments to address potential civil unrest. CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Skanga joins me now to go through all of this. Okay, so Nicole, can you walk us through kind of what this all means?
Yeah, this is the largest change to the domestic mission of the National Guard that we have seen in well over a decade, Caitlin, and let me explain why. The leaked memos show that the National Guard Bureau is standing up quick reaction forces across all 54 states and territories, and they mobilize in the event of domestic disturbances, civil unrest, federal emergencies. We have seen them before in natural disasters, like, say, after Hurricane Katrina. But this would be a more permanent change, and it all hinges on the executive order that we saw President Trump put out back in August that also spurred the federal task force that was tough on crime, in the president's words, here in D.C. Now, each state already has a Homeland Response Force that is tasked with chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear response. Now, they will have a dedicated riot control element. That is the team that we are talking about now.
And what would this look like in practice?
Yeah, practically it would look like a few hundred personnel within each state. The sizes do vary based on the state. And it includes a subset of 100 troops that are always ready to deploy, including 25% of those troops ready to deploy in as little as 8 hours. 100% of troops ready to deploy within a day. So they are designed to mobilize really fast, trained in non-lethal weapon use, riot formations, escalation of force tactics. Each state is going to receive funding for the gear they need and also 2 trainers per state that can sort of keep this program up and running. Of course, a lot of criticism, a lot of concern about the blurring of the military and domestic law enforcement operations. And we have already seen in cities across the country, be it in Memphis, in Washington, D.C., task forces being tough on crime, plus National Guard deployments and the federalization of the National Guard in places like Seattle, Los Angeles, Chicago.
Right.
So we are likely to see legal challenges here. The Posse Comitatus Act still stands, and it compounds the existing controversy around federalized Guard deployment here in the U.S.
Yeah, exactly. I think as a lot of people are wondering what this means for those federal deployments. Nicole Sganga, thank you very much. We'll keep an eye on that. We appreciate your reporting.
Thank you.
Well, this entire thing from last year makes a lot of sense now. Do you see what I'm saying? Because people aren't buying what they're putting down, and they're getting ready to go and go and go and go. They're not going to stop whatsoever. They're on a mission. We're just in the way. And the rapid response teams no longer have to worry about that moral problem, can I fire on American citizens? Because if you recall, back in 2024, under Biden, this was passed through the Defense Authorization Directive, DoD intelligence and intelligence-related activities, defense intelligence component assistance to law enforcement agencies and other civil authorities. Well, let's go back down here all the way to the bottom. It's always at the bottom. Not that bottom. Down here. Yeah, the assistance that can be provided includes right here, paragraph, of course, 3.3. If you go down right here and read what it says, blah, blah, blah. I've already read this to you ad nauseum. But it may involve the use of force that is likely to result in lethal force, including death or serious bodily injury. It includes all support to civilian law enforcement officials in situations where a confrontation between civil law enforcement and civil individuals or groups is reasonably anticipated. We can shoot you if we anticipate you're going to do something that we don't like, which is what I'm doing right now. And last but not least, let's look at the automatic registration that they snuck into the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, that every male citizen of the United States and every other male person residing in the United States between the ages 18 and 26 shall be automatically signed up. Isn't that strange? Automatically signed up for what, you may ask? For what? Surely it's not a draft to go into a war that nobody wants to be involved in, am I right? Well, let's look at page 362. All men of ages between 18 and 26 shall be automatically registered under the Act by the Director of the Selective Service System, the draft. So yeah, this war is going to go Armageddon, just like they told us. So be ready, because they've covered all the bases legally. All the laws are in place, all the national defense, all the DoD directives, everything's in place for right now. And it's happening right now. And the 500 National Guard troops, if you're in the National Guard, understand, you defend this against people like me or anybody else, you're defending the traitors and you're losing your country anyways. Period. We shouldn't be attacked by anybody at all, ever, because of Palantir. The problem is Palantir is focused on you and I, not other worlds, you know what I mean? Not other countries. Sure. Palantir's Maven system did pick the first target for Iran, and the first target that they hit was a schoolhouse full of 160-something young girls. That's how you start a war. You do a sacrifice to Baal right off the bat. That wasn't an accident. You know what I mean? Oh, that was Iran shooting itself. They weren't at war yet. They weren't attacked yet. The first launched Tomahawk was that one, and it's all on record, and it was picked by Maven. Palantir is here for you and I. If you're smart, this doesn't apply to everybody. I love the people in the comments. Gold. I don't have any gold. I gave all my gold to you guys. Okay? This is for people that actually are regular people with real lives that have 401ks and IRAs that they're going to lose. You're going to lose it really soon because any day now I expect my banking act to go to zero. So act accordingly. Get your money out of the bank now while you still can. At any rate, be ready. This is happening now. Nothing else matters. You need to get ready in any way you possibly can. If you go to the store to buy one thing, buy two things. Stop drinking. Stop using recreational drugs. Get off every drug you can possibly think of. Download every single survival and how-to video you can now. And make sure you have some sort of a device, cell phone, a tablet, something in a Faraday cage. If you have to, just use aluminum foil. Wrap it around 5 times, but make sure it's tight. You see what I'm saying? Will they EMP us? I don't know. I don't know if they have hardened their 5 and 6G systems. I don't know. There's no way of finding out. If you do know, rjcjr10@yahoo.com. Let's all commit treason together. This is crazy. This is crazy, but here it is. Here it goes. Every day it just gets a little bit worse, but it's going to get much worse. California is the target. Richie from Boston. Pray. Hit your knees every day. Ask God for guidance. I have to ask him for guidance minute to minute, and sometimes I forget. Pray. God will guide you. These people are evil. If I inadvertently say Jews instead of Israelis, my bad, dude, all right? Do you see a script? I'm in the middle of the woods in Mississippi right now. There's not too many scripts around. And my Starlink is way over yonder. And it ain't working too good lately all of a sudden. Strange, right? Weird, queer. Not normal. At any rate, my knees are killing me, and I got to upload this. Here we go. I'm out.